sigh. Ugh, it's so hard.
All of my little devices.
It's so hard being me.
Nice. So excited.
Hi, Jakey.
Hi, Nicole. It is so good to see you.
So
It's
good
been
to see you, too.
2 weeks.
I've been avoiding your calls all week, and the week before that, too.
Is that true? I can't remember.
Not, like, avoiding them, but, I mean, it's been a hard little few weeks. So, yeah, I've been like, I don't want to make it worse. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, facts. No, I think I was just calling to check in every time. It wasn't like I had anything to say anyway. I was just going to be like, are you okay? Your posts have been worrying me. I saw your tweet. Are you okay?
Your cat has explosive diarrhea. Are you okay? That was awful.
That sucks. So what?
It's in the past now.
Where did she explosively diarrhea?
In her litter box. But, like, because her litter box is in a corner in the bathroom, it gets on the wall. So.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah, facts. Big facts.
Facts. I love when it gets on the wall.
You definitely know what that's like with a dog.
When I was in high school and swimming for a profession, I guess, there was, like, this big drama the year before I joined this one, team where after practice one day, oh my gosh, there's a bug in my room. Oh my gosh.
I stopped caring if there's bugs in my room. If I see a little silverfish, I'm like, it's not bothering me. Nowhere near my bed.
Yeah.
We coexist with one another.
It's okay. I disposed of it. Anyway.
That's really not vegetarian of you.
I don't think it is either. Though I never claimed to be vegetarian.
Since when?
I'm kidding. For the last 6 years, I've claimed to be vegetarian. No.
The first words you say when you meet someone are, "Hi, I'm Jake. I'm a vegetarian, and I'm better than you."
Wait, am I?
No.
Better than everyone?
No.
Do you know that?
I am though. Yes. I am though. Yeah, every single time, like, any conversation circles around, like, being better than someone, I think back to, like, I've probably brought it up on this podcast, but you can tell how salty I am still about it. But someone in high school was saying that I think that I'm better than everyone. And, like, all I could say when people came up to me and told me that, they're like, Nicole, this person said that they think that you think that you're better than everyone else. And I was like, do I think I'm better than everyone else, or do they think I'm better than everyone else? Because
I mean, like, I can't help people's perception of me.
I don't think I've ever looked at someone and I was like, they think they're so, like, I just look at people who are confident. I never think, like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me thinking I'm better than everyone else.
I think there's, like, an air of cockiness. Not to you, but, like, to people who think that they're better than everybody else. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know how insecure I am. Do you think I'm cocky? Have you ever seen me? Have you seen me walk? Do you see how I walk?
I never said that I thought that you were
Okay, well,
I never thought that you thought that you were better than everybody else.
But I'm saying that, like, I don't see myself as cocky because I know what I look like when I walk in public. I asked him jokingly on a hike, Adam, and I said, Adam,
do I walk weird?
I did. I said, do I walk funny? And he pauses and he goes, yeah, a little. And I was like, what? I was like, I didn't think that you would seriously say yes. And then I was like, show me what I walk like. And so he shows me. And so for the people who are watching the video version, he just, like, I'm in a grout fit, by the way.
No,
it doesn't matter.
Cringe. I cringe every time
Nicole
walks.
When they're oh my god. So, like, when he's walking, like, my upper body is, like, completely, like, this is not a good example because, like, I'm connected to a wire, but like my upper body doesn't move. And that just is not someone who thinks they're better than everyone else. I have no sachet to my walk. I literally walk like I'm in pain. Like, oh, I'll never forget. One of our, like, friends from college said that to me when I told them that, oh yeah, like, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, like, when I was younger.
Like, that makes sense.
And I have a chronic pain illness. And then they go, is that why you walk like that? And I was like, what? And I didn't say that because I didn't want to, like, I didn't know what they meant. And I was
what do you even say? Yes.
I was like, well, wait, what do you mean? And they said, you just always walk like you look like you're in pain. And I was like, oh, well, that's, like, not it. But, like, sure. And I just said, yeah. I said, yeah, that's why I walk like that.
Yeah, hopefully one day I'll walk normally.
That's just how I walk.
Wow, that is crazy. I was saying something before you interrupted.
I know,
with the
I'm
story.
sorry.
What was
I feel
it?
bad. We were talking about cocky, thinking you're better than someone else.
No.
You knew someone.
Oh, the big drama on the swim team before I got there was
yes. Someone shat themselves.
No, they, like, in the guys' locker room, they, like, spread their poop on the
Why
on
are
the
you
wall.
censoring out the word shit as if we can't say that word on here?
I just feel like in this scenario, when it's human poop on the wall, it's a little
Saying poop
inappropriate.
is better?
Yeah. It was basically
Smearing their poopy on the wall.
smearing their little dookie.
Dookie.
Me and my friend at work, we've been, you know how, like, there was that sound where they were like, zonk, zoo it. Zonk, zoo it. Well, we, like, replaced D's in words now, like, any word. And so we've been going, just took a little zookie. And we've been walking around doing that. I know, it's really disgusting, but it really gets us through the day. I mean, that's really all that matters.
I hate that. I don't, like, my friend Kaylee hates the word poop for some reason, and, like, shit and, like, all that kind of stuff. Fart. I hate the word coochie.
Fart.
Coochie's such a gross word. Like, ew. Like, imagine someone being like, her coochie. Ew. What?
I like the word cooter.
Okay, that just, like, reminds me of, like, Brittany Broski. I don't know if she's ever said the word cooter, but she seems like that would be her favorite word.
Yeah, I agree.
But she should say it more often.
I think cooter is, like, such a cute little word. Like my little cooter. Yeah, it's, like, nice.
Okay.
Wow. Nicole, how's your day?
No,
going?
I have something more to say about poop.
Cooter?
One more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
No, not my cooter. This is what we mean by talk nasty to me. No. So
That's not this podcast, but sure. Oops.
My cat, so she also, like, they had to do a stool sample, like, when I took her to the vet because she had diarrhea for, like, 2-3 days, and so I had to go take her to the vet. And when she got, like, I just brought in a little poop sample, and first of all, they were so excited to take it. They were like, is that a stool sample? Because vets are so nice. And, like, I was like, I've never seen anyone so excited for, you know, getting a stool sample. And that was the first time I could be inside at the vet with her, because all the time they would just, like, take her inside and I couldn't, like, go in with her, so it was just, like, cool to meet them all. But anyway, they were just like, it's probably anxiety and stress, but we're also going to test her for any parasites. And so she ended up having one, like one of the most common ones that cats have. And she had it when she was like a baby, but I guess it either never cleared up or she somehow got it again, which is just annoying. But I don't know. It could be the reason for her little problems or not. And so I said, when I told my mom was like, is it possible for us to have it? Like, just like out of concern. And so I asked the vet on the phone and I said, okay, one more question. So with Clementine having this parasite, is it possible for us in my house to have it? And she pauses for a second as if she like didn't hear me or she was like holding back a laugh. And she goes, if you take your bare hand and touch the poop with your hands and your fingers and then put it into your mouth, then yes. And I was like, okay, well, we don't do that. She goes, I would hope that you wouldn't do that. And
you're like, oh no.
I just wish that I just wonder why she had to be so like specific about it. I wish that she was just like, yeah, if you touch her shit and put it right into your mouth, then yeah. But no one in my family is doing that, so.
Why? I feel like she should have just been like, unless you're eating.
Yeah, unless you are physically eating. No. Right, of course. Sorry, too much poop in the first, like, 10 minutes of this podcast.
No, that's okay. I feel like it's a healthy amount of poop. Speaking of poop,
yeah.
Nicole, we talked about this before, but, like, I poop, like, literally, like, 9 times.
Yeah, me too.
Just from 5 in the morning till, like, 12. Why?
Yeah, me too.
What is happening inside of me?
I think it's because
we're
so healthy. I think it's because we're health little queens and kings, and I think it's because we're just going.
It's never healthy poop. I feel like I need more fiber in my diet.
Oh, I was going to say I have enough fiber in my diet.
Oh, what are you eating with fiber in it? Just curious.
Literally every single fruit and vegetable.
Oh, then I should be fine, right? I think I might be lactose
apparently
intolerant.
not.
I feel like that's what's happening to me.
That is most likely the issue, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna ignore it and hope it goes away.
You literally like oat milk.
I know, but I want to eat cheese, Nicole.
There's so many vegan cheese options now.
Nicole, you've never had a Trader Joe's cheese before, but they're like my lifeblood.
I've had all other types of cheese. I've had higher quality cheese before, higher quality than Trader Joe's. I used to have fine, elegant
better than
cheese.
everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, the charcuterie boards that used to be at my home, divine. I had fine white American cheese at my home. I know what divine cheese is like. No, I'm kidding.
No, I get like Asiago. Rosemary, olive oil, Asiago.
I'm not allowed to react to what you're saying. I'm literally vegan. This is
you're right. This is actually all bait. Like if
I make any sort of reaction,
coming out with a video after this podcast video comes out, and it's going to be analyzing her facial expressions during this whole part,
exposing Nicole Raffi for not being a true vegan.
Yeah, it's gonna be like those JCS criminal psychology videos, and it's gonna be like, you'll notice her left eyebrow.
Do you watch those videos?
Yes, I'm obsessed with them. They are so which I didn't know that they existed until you until you posted that. Was it a tweet or was it an Instagram story?
I posted a story about it.
Yeah, and you were like, all girls do is blah blah blah.
Lie and watch this.
Yes, and it's like actually okay. I don't love true crime all the time, but like this is really interesting because and
the guy
and you
who
know
does
what?
it.
I feel like it's giving people this false sense of like, now I know what to do in a police interrogation. You do not know. I'm sorry. You're not gonna. You're gonna be screwed in a police interrogation.
For anyone who doesn't know what JCS psychology is, it's just this YouTube channel that like every few weeks to months posts a video, but they're really well done, hour to 2 hour long videos about.
They're like a little documentary.
Yeah, it's like true crime, but basically takes all of the important stuff that is all the videos uploaded to YouTube about it. So they'll show interrogation videos, court videos, crime scene footage, and pull it all together and tell you the story from start to finish essentially. Ooh. And so I think the video that most recently went viral, tens of millions of views, was about the Stoneman Douglas shooter and just kind of how he was. Yeah, but I was confused because I think the town is called Parkland, but I think that the school is called Stoneman Douglas.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I think no. I think that's what it is. It's confusing because I know many Parkland high schools, so I was confused. But anyway, so I guess they show the video of him while he's being interrogated and how he's pretending to basically be
crazy.
Yes, so that he gets off on a lighter sentence, because if you plead insanity, then you're not necessarily that you'll get a lighter sentence, but you'll be at a mental institution rather than prison, and a lot of people think that that's an easier way out or an easier life, when most of the time it also isn't. But anyway, but people were not falling for it because he was very clearly
and then
pretending with his movements.
And then they showed the video that he took on his phone.
Oh yeah.
Before it, and he was first of all, that's just so massively messed up.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing. And the fact that people like him have access, I don't want to get political, but the fact that he was able to have access to guns and things, that he was able to do this, it's incredibly sad and unfortunate.
The entire thing was really sad to watch, but it's all very interesting. It's not this is entertainment for me, but it was more so an interest thing. I was very sad because I fell down a big rabbit hole of watching a bunch of them, and I will admit sometimes I used to watch true crime videos in the past on YouTube, certain YouTubers, but I mean, I can't necessarily speak on it too much because I don't know what other podcasts are doing, but I know that there's so many true crime podcasts. I feel like we might have mentioned this on the podcast before, but
this is a really good time to announce our true crime podcast.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I saw your crime. You're under arrest.
But I would hope that a lot of true crime podcasts and YouTube videos are giving respect and justice to the stories and the cases and the people behind it. But I've heard snippets and clips from other true crime podcasts where it just seems they treat it as if it was a drama podcast rather than talking about real people's lives.
No, I don't know if you remember this. Okay, because it was a few years ago. there was a documentary put out on Netflix, made by Netflix, called Don't Fuck with Cats.
Yeah.
Did you ever
never
watch
watched it though.
Okay.
No, but I know what it's about because I've heard another podcast talk about it.
Right. It's basically a true crime podcast. But like a bunch of people on social media were like trying to figure out, or like basically trying to be like their own private investigators with it, and it ended up blowing the whole thing out of proportion, where like a lot of stuff went down because they were giving so much attention to it. And one of the women who was like a part of the like Facebook group and who was a big player in trying to like private detective the crap out of it, she is like interviewed the whole movie, and then at the very end she goes like, you all, she basically Netflix like points like the camera to us essentially and says like, you all need to stop like giving attention to criminals and these criminal like, and stop acting like it's drama because bad things happen and like people replicate these things and there's copycat killers, stuff like that. And I was just like, why would Netflix make that documentary and then have that as the message at the end? Because they're actively profiting off of the story, and then they're acting like it's our fault for consuming that media. That was so annoying.
No, I understand, because I know that like there's like whenever there's a school shooter, there was, at least in the last few years, it's just kind of like controversy whether or not you should show the killer's face on like television, if you should share like that kind of stuff, because people like that get glamorized and like essentially become like an idol to other future.
And that's why the kid from Parkland did it. Like, and in that video that he took on his phone, he said, like, you're all gonna know like who I am. Yes. I'll be on the news. That is like so massively fucked up. It's insane.
Oh yeah, but like a lot of them do that, and a lot of them have the desire to like replicate others that they
and
see,
to have
or, like,
the notoriety.
Yes, exactly. Have the same
whether it's
notoriety.
positive, because it's going to be negative, but like they want
and then
it, right?
Some people are like, don't show their face, like don't give them attention, but then others are like, no, show it, because it's like this is the person who did it. But I mean, I don't have like a strong opinion because I've obviously never been in a situation like that, and like I don't know, but I can understand why it would be best to, you know, to like yeah, it's just a fucked up thing. But also like yeah, I guess like I just don't know how I feel about a lot of people profiting off of making it. There's a difference between like analyzing it, similar to like what JCS Psychology does, which is, I know, like, he wasn't like let me analyze the interview or the interrogation footage of the Parkland school shooter. He made it about people who tried to act crazy. Yes, it's like one specific thing. Yeah, and it's never about like showing like the. I don't know how to explain it. You would have to watch it to understand like how this person does not give this person like any type of, put them on any type of pedestal or put the spotlight on them. It makes sure to show them like raw and honestly like what a terrible person that they are and what they've done. In that video, he's very like he even says like, I don't even need to talk that much during this because the footage speaks for itself. Right. Yeah, definitely. So I think he does it all in a good light, and I just wish that more people who make that kind of content would put in the time and effort and carefully not make it into like this drama type of thing. Like, this is so like, I agree. I can't wait to hear what happens next, because I don't watch those kinds of things and I'm excited. I'm sad about those kinds of things. It just like, it's interesting and it's sad, and I don't like, once you get down that like rabbit hole of YouTube, you stay there for a while, but it's not like an exciting or like fun thing to learn about. It's just more so just eye-opening and sad. That's really all it is. Like, but I think that a lot of people who make that kind of content or like make Netflix documentaries or something, it's supposed to be like for entertainment purposes, and I think people forget like real people died, families are hurt. I agree. Anyways, Nicole, quick topic change. Trisha Paytas left frenemies. I wrote that down on my list. I have so many opinions on this, but I think that you should start. Sure. And this is what I'll say about everything. So
Gosh.
I was talking to Adam before this because I have such poor memory. Even though I take my literal omega-3s, I still have shitty memory sometimes. It's getting better. It's gotten a lot better, but I have to write everything down immediately as soon as a thought enters my mind, or else it will exit. So I usually have to ask Adam, like, what have I done in the last couple weeks and that I should talk about on the podcast? So we're going through it, and he's like, so, like, what are your, like, opinions on the frenemies thing? And I was like, I know everything about it, so much so to the point where I don't care anymore. And I have, like, no longer any, I do have opinions, but it's such minimal opinions because I am so over it that I am just like,
over what?
Whatever.
Why don't you explain to the audience
Let me explain the situation.
What's happening. Yeah, go
if
ahead.
everyone
and
doesn't
me,
know.
honestly. Because I'm like,
Okay,
Trisha left for frenemies, and I have, like, absolutely no clue why or whatever.
Okay, so I have liked Frenemies. I didn't watch it from the start. I watched it probably, I think, starting around the fall time. I remember I listened to it the first time when I drove to come see you, Jake. And I just, like, started listening to all the episodes, and it became very comforting. And initially, I just started listening to it because a lot of people were like, it's very entertaining, it's very interesting, and a lot of the things that they talk about it in there are very interesting. Here's the thing. I have, like, kind of hid for many, many months that I listened to the podcast because every single time that I would either bring it up somehow or I saw other people would bring it up, people get so angry at, like, other content creators or, like, influencers, like, consuming that type of media. Not, like, regular everyday people. I mean, I am a regular everyday person. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, like, unfortunately. No. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, people
everyone else?
People who don't, like, make a living off the internet. People, they're not, like, scrutinized for consuming that kind of content, but I felt like every single time that I talked about it, people are like, you do realize that they're not good people, right? You do realize that Trish Paytas is not a good person. Like, and I would always get, and it's like, me listening to something does not mean I'm in support of anyone. Yes, does me listening still put money in their pockets? Absolutely. Are they still going to get all of that money anyway? Absolutely. I'm not out here buying merch from them. I'm not out here doing anything like that. But I, too, want to know what's going on in the world of social media. I, too, want to be kept up to speed. And you know what? At the same time, I, too, want to be entertained for a few moments out of the week. I talked about this in my latest video. But if I want to consume mind-numbing content, why do you think I watched America's Next Top Model like 3 seasons over the last couple weeks? Because it's mind-numbing. It feels good. It literally, like, puts, like what is it called?
Serotonin.
No. What is numbing cream called? Lidocaine. Puts, like, lidocaine all over my brain, and it feels nice and good. My brain is, like, smooth after, like, listening to this kind of stuff. And it feels nice because after, like, a long week of stressing and whatever, and then the week starts and you're like, oh, I have to do it all over again. This is tough. Tuesday comes around and I get to, like, watch them in their little silly costumes and fight. It feels so good, and I loved it every single week, and it really felt nice, and I was looking forward to it every single week. That doesn't mean I'm in support of one person or another, nothing like that. It just literally means you keep looking at the camera as if you're in the office, and you're like,
and I'm like,
you're like judging.
I'm what's Jim like?
Yes, no. What I just mean is that I am kept up to speed because I don't feel the need to, like, actual, like, drama that goes on in the internet with, like, there's a lot that happens with, like, it's, like, depressing almost, you know what I mean, when I keep hearing about this person's boxing this person, or this person, you know, hurt this person, like, physically, and I'm just like, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear 2 people arguing in costumes, and that's it. And if it's entertaining for a little bit, then it's entertaining for a little bit. So I am kept up to speed. The reason that Trisha Paytas left the show Frenemies was because, in my opinion, not even really an opinion, they said they were having a bad day at the start of the episode. She said, I'm not feeling good, whatever. Talked about a lot of topics that were also, like, triggering to her. Like, I don't think that they should have ever talked about Gabby Hanna. I think the best decision that she made, I don't know if you know about all that, Jake, but Gabby Hanna is, like, a big...
I know, like, who Gabby Hanna is.
Just, like, a ridiculous, like, bully towards, like, Trisha and, like, fucking, like...
Yeah, but I guess I also feel for Gabby Hanna because I see how she's treated online by like, the viewers and stuff.
But she's, like, also hurting many people. Like,
absolutely. And I also think that she's doing something really destructive, which is kind of what Glitter Forever 17 did. Where actually, like, she's doing something very similar to that, where she's playing this big role on social media of, like, this...
like a hated person.
Deranged, hated person, right?
Yes. And so Trisha always said, I'm not going to talk about Gabby Hanna. And I thought that was a great decision. Don't give that person any attention.
Correct.
Just, like, eradicate them from the show. They talked about her for, like, an hour of the show and just talked about topics that were clearly upsetting her. I think she was honestly having a bad day or a bad week or just a bad time in general. And then she just snapped at Ethan at the end because one of the new staff members on the H3, like, production team suggested that they do advice segments to the audience.
Yeah.
And Trisha seemed to be all on board. And then at the end, she's like, this is lazy. Like, this is such a lazy idea. And Trisha or Ethan started getting, like, kind of, like, defensive because it's one of his, like, employees' ideas and everything. And he's like, why do you think that this is a bad idea? She's like, all you do is recycle content. You've been recycling content. Just look at the fact that you because they have their own H3 podcast, and I guess they titled the podcast Pregnancy Announcement. And I guess, like, on their own, like, podcast, like the Frenemies podcast, they also titled it Pregnancy Announcement. And Trisha was like, people are going to think that I'm pregnant. First of all, no one thought Trisha was pregnant. And she was like, this isn't about, like, that title wasn't about me. Like, that's not fair. That was about you and Hila. And it's like, why is half of the show not allowed to talk about something exciting that's going on in their life? Also, no one thought that Trisha was pregnant because they made it very clear that Hila is pregnant. And Trisha's talked about many times that they're not going through, like, fertilization process right now. And also, I don't know if that's what it's even called, fertilization process. That sounds like for, like, plants.
Yeah, no,
And they're not able to get pregnant because of, like, some health problems. And Trisha just seemed so upset and angry. But when in reality, like, when Trisha got engaged, Trisha also they titled the podcast episode Engagement. Yeah, so it's just like all this stuff seemed like she was having a really bad time, really just mean to Ethan. And then a money conversation came into play, like, why is the crew getting paid this amount of the thing? Like, why do I not have a say into who gets hired? Ethan's like, why should you get a say? This is my production company. And she's like, but this is our show. And he's like, run by me. So it's similar in the sense that, like, how
we work.
Like, in a similar way, we don't have a production team. Like,
what do you mean?
For anyone who doesn't know, like, I saw your tweet, are you okay, is under Talk Nasty to me. Like, if you look up Talk Nasty to me, I saw your tweet, are you okay, is underneath it.
Yeah.
And so
We're
in that
subcategory of
sub-show of yes. Yes. And, like, I mean, we're very fluid and, like, we don't have, like, contracts or anything, and we don't have a whole production team, but it's a similar way that
gonna end up, like,
it's gonna bite us in the ass.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
But in a sense that, like, Trisha is a co-host on the show, like, she is a talent on the show, she does not own H3. Just all these, like, issues came up. Trisha started to, like, lie about some certain things, like, on the show, and it just, I think, like, it came to a breaking point where they were doing so well for so many weeks. And like I said, not on one side or another, it sure as hell sounds like I'm, like, on Ethan's side, but I can genuinely say that, like, it's not my problem. I don't know these people. I never will. But what I've seen from the surface level, it's frustrating as a viewer because I really, really like this show. And it's sad that all this stuff kind of became public and a public issue. And then, you know, these other people are involving
this, like, episode, right?
And Trisha told them to publish the episode. She said to publish it in its entirety, and then she's being angry and blaming Ethan for publishing it, even though she told them to publish it. And then she said in her video, she was like, well, I don't make the best decisions. So it's like, so what do you do at the end of the day? Do you do what Trisha says, or do you do what you think is best?
But
then if you do what you think is best, then you run the risk of someone saying that you're not respecting what I say and what I want.
Okay. Now, I don't watch Frenemies.
Right.
Never have I watched Frenemies. I think I've seen a few clips because of TikTok. I don't know a lot about it, but I did see... Actually, Nicole, you had, like, a little TikTok go viral.
I know. It had
literally did not
2.3
have
million
you in it.
views. I know the best. It always happens like that when I talk about other men in anything. My videos always get so big. I'll never forget. I had a video of FouseyTube on Ellen, and it had like over 100,000 views, and I was so annoyed because I was like, "This is literally about another man. I hate this," and it consistently happened all throughout. But anyway, yes, I had 2.3 million views, and then TikTok took it down because of nudity. There's no nudity in it.
There's no nudity in it, but he did talk about his penis, which was like bizarre, right? Here's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, it was. Here's what I'm going to say. I think that Frenemies was doomed from the start.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here's
they
why.
Knew it. Look at the name.
No, I mean, it's called Frenemies, right? So clearly they knew that this whole thing was going, in the gutter. But I just think, and here's the reason I really never watched Frenemies, is because, not that I don't think Trisha Paytas is, like, funny. I think it's funny to, like, watch Trisha Paytas do things. But the whole show, to me, seemed like it was capitalizing on how, like, wild and crazy Trisha Paytas is, right? And how she says weird things and does stupid things and talks about her, like, mental health in a very raw but, like, somewhat comical way. And so I never enjoyed that the show, that basically H3 Productions was, like, using Trisha and Trisha's personality to make money and to like call like this. I mean, how many times has there been drama from the Frenemies show, right? Like there's always things happening, and honestly, I don't think H3 Productions would have been anywhere near as successful without Frenemies.
Yeah, and I agree with you, but at the end of the day, Trisha Paytas is a grown woman who at the same time acts the same throughout things, and I think the beginning was definitely very much so centered on like her playing a character, which she like has like she is a troll. She is like a character.
Yeah.
Certain times, but you can usually tell when she is. Like, I'm not talking about mental health struggles. I'm talking about like sometimes she plays a persona, and that's like her thing. She definitely played a persona in like the first ever H3 episode that she did to a certain extent.
And you can see like the evolution,
yes,
and like,
but
and, like the break away from it.
Right, and while, like, they may be, they were capitalizing it off of it, but, like, that was also Trisha's decision because Trisha knows that is what is successful for her.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just think, like, when you make content like that, you put yourself in a really dangerous position. And you put your production company in a really dangerous position. Not saying that everything Trisha did was correct, but I am saying that maybe it wasn't the best choice for either of them to pursue this. Obviously, it's entertaining for people to watch, but I mean, it basically led to like the bleeding out of their like friendship and their like mental health, and it's just unfortunate. It's sad
because they were getting along so well for so many weeks. Like, it was so good. It almost felt too good to be true. And I remember literally asking myself, like, when are they going to have their next fight? Because it hasn't happened in a while.
Were you like,
and
I'm getting bored?
I wasn't getting bored. I wasn't getting bored, but I was just like watching these episodes and I was like, wow, it's so good. I can't imagine them having another fight with how much their relationship has grown. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I mean, like, issues do arise, things do happen, and like I really feel for both of them, and I hope that both of them like get the space. But what I mean by I don't care anymore is like at first I was sad, and I was at the vet when I found out, and I was like, oh my god, I hope it comes back, like I love this. But I'm at the point now where I'm like, if it's both best for them mentally to not do the show, then I don't think that the show should exist. If it's gonna be so draining and so horrible to both of them for even going through with it, and if they need to go their separate ways, then I feel like that's what should be best. I think that Trisha needs to work on herself. I think Ethan needs to work on himself. I think they both need to just do their own thing. What does my opinion have to say on either of these two people's lives? But I just, as a viewer, I wouldn't want to watch the show if it's going to be like a strained relationship and that it's forced and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would rather have two people who I like have been entertained by just be happy.
Agreed.
So...
Agreed.
Yes.
I would agree. And I don't know. I have no opinion on if it should come back. Well, actually, I don't think it should ever come back, but I also never watched it. Or, I mean, I thought there were really funny clips.
There was
online.
many episodes where I was like, oh, it's definitely going to come back because the fights seem bigger and more explosive. But I think that this is something that even
I mean, she
though
made
it
a
wasn't,
video this time, right? Where she was like, why I quit.
I think Trisha made videos in the past too, like out of anger, like went to like did a mukbang like angry after the show, like after it ended in the past.
That's
but
fake.
like this time,
I don't think that's real. You know.
I think like for example, like Ela right now, Ethan's wife is going through like a high risk pregnancy. I don't think that this is like necessary to cause strain on the family, like everything else. I would, as someone who like just is a consumer of content, I'd rather just like them do their own thing if that's what makes them happy.
I agree.
And if you asked me a couple days ago, like while I was at the beginning, I was like, oh, I hope that they work this out. I really want it back. But I think a lot of people at this point who are like consuming everything are like, I don't really care if it comes back anymore because I just don't. This is like getting to be a lot.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a little like cringy to watch and like
if it's bad,
if it comes back, like how do you recover? Right. I mean, clearly they did it in the past with the whole. I don't know what happened the last time, but it was something surrounding
remember.
Ela and the I don't know, like pizza and something.
It's always with pizza.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I don't know.
Pizza's always involved, but it's a lot. But
are we gonna be the new frenemies?
Us saying that we are knockoff frenemies within itself is embarrassing. And I've said it in the past. I think it's just embarrassing.
So we're done. We're dropping our frenemies.
Guys, we have an announcement since frenemies ended. I think we should end too.
So thanks for showing up. It's been a blast. Yeah.
Every male and female like duo podcast thing
now has
should
to
not
stop.
They actually should stop because the blueprint is over.
Hold it. Yeah. Nice.
There's plenty of other podcasts I feel like to listen to, like ours.
Yeah. You know what, Nicole?
Yeah.
You know what we should start doing is like putting up clips of frenemies and being like, want some of this again? And then a clip of our podcast. You know, like
yes.
Yeah. Be like basically the same thing. Anyway, yeah, good stuff. Nicole, did you have any other topics that you wanted to go over? I have one more, but I want you to have a chance. Plenty. Go ahead.
I wanted to talk about my cyber sickness. Guys, I've been ill.
What?
I have a new illness to add to the list. Cyber sickness.
Were you hacked?
Yeah. No, I was telling Jake and I were supposed to record the podcast yesterday, and I was like, Jake, I'm sorry. I literally texted him and I was like, I am about to throw up. Like, I'm about to throw up right here, right now. I am so sick. And I feel so bad because I keep doing this, and it's not only you who it's like affecting, because it's like every like deadline or thing that I have due, I'm like not doing or pursuing because it's so bad. Mm-hmm. And essentially I found out that I have this thing called cyber sickness, and I think a lot of people have it too who like work, but I've been taking a lot of time recently off to go be granola and do granola things.
Disgusting.
And
I'm just kidding.
Yes.
That sounds fun.
But I found out that I need glasses. I think I talked about it on the podcast. I ordered my new glasses. They're on the way, like prescription glasses. And so I have this issue whenever I drive or whenever I'm on my computer where I get so violently sick. All the blood vessels in my eyes burst. I feel so nauseous. I have a headache. I just feel so sick. Stop looking around like that. I hate when you do that. You literally look like you're in the office, like looking for a camera to look into. And I have this thing where essentially your eyes, because they're moving around so much, your brain thinks that you're moving and that you're active, but your body, because it isn't moving or active, it gets like confused and you essentially get sick. It's like having motion sickness, but it's called cyber sickness because your eyes are darting everywhere. And it's really bad like when I'm editing because I'm seeing a bunch of stuff on the screen. And it's really bad when I'm driving because like my eyes are moving everywhere, but my body isn't. And so I've been like trying to take more breaks, open the window, have more like things. My eyes are so dry, Jake. They're like the freaking Sahara Desert. You know what I'm talking about when you put I don't know if you have dry eyes, but this is like a new thing for me.
I've had dry eyes in my life.
When you put eye drops in your eye, and when you put one drop in and your eye
like
doesn't
burns.
pool up with water. No.
Oh, go ahead.
when your eye doesn't pool up with liquid, like it doesn't pool up with like your tears, but it instead just soaks up all of the juice from the eye drops. Do you know what I'm talking about? My eyes are so dry that when I put
horrible.
I know, I'm like, they're so dry that they just soak it all up, that my eyes don't like tear up or anything. Anyway, the point of this all is that, well, I don't know what to do now. And I have no idea. And I was like, oh, maybe it's like my computer screen. Like maybe because it's like from 2012, like maybe it's just old and I don't know. Maybe it's not that good for my eyes. And
yeah.
So I don't know what to do. So maybe I'm going to quit my job and become a park ranger so that I never have to drive or
Oh my God.
look at my computer
I would
ever
actually
again.
love to do that.
I know.
To be a park ranger. That sounds really
Wouldn't
fun.
that be fun? It sounds really fun.
Yeah, it does. Wow. No, but I have had like really dry, like I go through phases where my eyes just like are dry all the time and I use these drops from CVS. Mm-hmm. Do you have CVS near you?
Do you think CVS is a New Jersey exclusive?
I don't actually know. Wait, are there CVS's? Comment down below.
Are you stupid or are you dumb?
CVS? That's so rude. Are you stupid or are you dumb?
Are you? What is wrong with you? You think
Are
that
there
CVS
CVS's
is?
in like California?
Are you dumb?
Are
You
there?
think that like what do you think they have out there? What do you think is over there?
Some other like regional type.
Like in New York
pharmacy?
City, they have their own. It's called something else, but they also have CVS's.
Oh, they did?
Do you have a Rite Aid in New Jersey?
Yes.
Do you have Walgreens?
Yes.
You have CVS?
Absolutely yes.
How dare you ask someone who lives an hour away from you if they have a
If you have
CVS in their
CVS.
area? There are 2 CVS's
You
within
live like an hour and 40 minutes away from me.
No, I don't think so.
It took me an hour and
traffic.
40 minutes.
I am.
My
Oh
Jeep
yeah,
broke
everyone
down.
needs to know.
Oh my gosh, my Jeep broke down in the middle of a parking lot in Princeton, New Jersey, and I was like, how am I gonna get home? I hotwired my Jeep in the parking lot. I never done that
That's
before
hot.
in my life. It was so cool, and I
That's so
I called
sexy
my
of you.
dad immediately afterwards, and I was like, "Are you proud of me?"
What did he say?
No.
Wait,
No.
ever since you taught me, okay, so Jake has made his the Jeep, like having a Jeep, his whole entire like personality.
It's true.
Like there is nothing more
just
to
like
Jake.
just like every other person who owns a Jeep. I'm exactly like
Yes,
them. I'm like
absolutely.
I'm like,
Yes,
guns.
quite literally. And
Yeah.
so Jake taught me this thing that basically it's called the Jeep wave. So when you see another Jeep,
Yes.
a Jeep Wrangler, right?
Yeah, only a Jeep Wrangler. I mean,
So
I've
if
waved
you
at
see-
Jeep Gladiators before, but then I pass them and I see that they have the stupid bed of the Jeep. You know,
Oh, how stupid of
you,
them,
You know
yeah.
the Jeep trucks?
No.
Okay, so there's like a Jeep, which is like half a Jeep Wrangler, and then the back
Half
of it is
truck?
like the bed of a truck, right? And
Okay.
so when you do a Jeep wave, wow, this is actually a really educational thing. When you do a Jeep wave, it's when you're going one direction and the person is coming toward you, right? On like on the opposite side of the road. You have your hand on your steering wheel, like here. Okay, so like if you're listening to the podcast right now, you're just gonna have to wait a day to see what I'm doing on the YouTube channel. Okay, so skip to this part. So you have your hand on the steering wheel, and then you give like 2 fingers, holding up 2 fingers like a peace sign, or 3 fingers, I don't know. And essentially, when a car is coming toward me, it looks like a Wrangler, so I'm gonna do the little Jeep wave, and then I pass it, and I'm like, dang it! It was one of the stupid Jeep trucks! And I get like really angry, and I'm like, I hate them! I hate those people! Because you know what? People who drive the Jeep truck think that they're better than everybody else, but no, you just look like an idiot. Anyway, go ahead, Nicole.
No, well, ever since you taught me what the Jeep wave was, I can't stop doing the Jeep wave, and I don't drive a
You don't
Jeep.
drive a Jeep, you can't.
And I think it's so fun. I started doing the Jeep wave when when I see a Jeep and I don't drive a Jeep. And so it's so funny because like I think how angry you would be if you were with me in the car, and I'm like, this is hilarious.
No, yeah, because one
And so-
time Nicole, literally a few weeks ago, Nicole was driving me around, fully vaccinated, okay, people. Nicole was driving me around, she's like, oh, it's a Jeep. Oh, and everybody who doesn't have a Jeep likes to do this. They like to go, oh, it's a Jeep, should we wave? And I'm like, we're not in a Jeep.
I think
Don't
it's so
wave.
funny.
Do
I did
not
it to a
wave at the
Tesla
Jeep.
too.
Yo,
I thought it
there
was so
should be a
funny.
Tesla wave, except it should be with your foot. You take your foot off, and then you like lift it all the way up, and you go like
Actually,
this.
when you see a Tesla, you just like lift like a titty to them.
Yes,
like-
yes, a Tesla titty.
Oh, I love it! Wait, that's so good.
We should do that, Nicole. Let's get Teslas.
Tesla tit.
Tesla tit.
Oh yeah, good idea. People
Yeah.
are gonna think that we're serious and that we're like just
We're not gonna get a
easily able
Tesla.
to go buy a Tesla.
Although Teslas are environmentally friendly, which we appreciate.
Are they though? Is anything environmentally friendly?
I mean, it doesn't. It's a completely electric car.
Yeah, but they have that one thing in them. I don't know
Which
what it's
is-
called. It's like this one material that is like unable to ever break down.
Okay, but is
Lithium.
That, but
Lithium battery.
But okay, yeah, but like all cars have that. So like I'm just
Exactly.
saying,
So is anything really sustainable?
well, I'm saying that in comparison to a car with gasoline, a
Yeah, but
Tesla.
the only true
Also, can we talk about
sustainability-
how Elon Musk is like not related to Nikolai Tesla, the person who invented Tesla? And
Did you just find that out?
no, but like no, I knew that.
Wait, did
and
you just say that Nikolai Tesla invented the Tesla?
No. He invented. He's like the name of Tesla. Like he.
Oh,
he was like,
I
he
thought
was like,
that you.
Didn't he invent like a different type of electricity?
Yeah.
Great. So my point is that Elon Musk has no relation to this man, but named his company after him.
He didn't. That's not. He did. That's because he bought the company.
He did?
Yeah. It's not
When?
even like. I don't know, but he didn't start the company.
Okay. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
next.
I know. I'm a big Elon hater, so.
Great, me too, honestly. And you know what? And you know what I hate is seeing on Twitter when people are like, well, when they incorporate time travel and stuff into the Tesla, it's gonna be when Elon incorporates time travel and instant teleportation into the Tesla, it's gonna be such a moment. And I'm like,
It's
do
'cause
y'all
people
think
are-
that this man can defy physics?
People are Elon Musk fanboys. Like,
I know,
are
it's
like
embarrassing
diehard
for them.
eating Elon Musk's asshole. Like,
No, it is so embarrassing for them.
And
I'm like,
yeah.
really? Do y'all not got anything else to do? Like, please.
I'll eat
stop.
anyone else's ass, like Julian Casablancas, but I'm not eating out Elon Musk's ass. Speaking of Julian Casablancas, should I tell them?
What just
I tell
happened?
them?
Are you okay?
No, every single time I remember,
Nicole,
I
I'll
get
tell
really
them.
excited.
Here I go. Here I go.
Should I? No, should I?
Nicole did something really bad.
when
really
you guys-
bad
Okay, I
to
don't
Julian
know.
Casablancas.
No, I did not. You know, I used to say Julian Casablancas, and then I like listened to a bunch of his interviews, and he himself says it Julian Casablancas, so I just started saying it like that.
Casablancas?
Yeah, he says it like that. So.
Casablanket?
I
Casa? Blanket? Blanket?
when you guys are listening to this episode, I will have already posted. I already know the caption that I'm
'cause
gonna
it's this
make
weekend.
for it.
Oh, man.
It's tomorrow.
Oh,
It's
right.
tomorrow.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
So when you're listening to this podcast, it has been approximately 2 days since I have met Julian Casablancas. I'm not like reacting as crazy as I should right now because it hasn't happened yet, and I'm just like so scared of like something going wrong. Like I still have not like received my ticket
accidentally
yet.
murdering Julian Casablancas.
Exactly. And so I am just really overjoyed and excited. And so anyway, Julian, I already know what I'm going to caption the Instagram photo. They say not to meet your idols, but
Julian met his.
I was going to say, they say not to ever meet your idols, but that didn't stop Julian Casablancas from meeting me.
That's good. That's good, Nicole.
Thank you.
I love
Thanks.
that.
I came up with half of it. Adam came up with the other half.
I feel like you should make it a little less wordy, so it hits a little harder. But I love it.
It's wordy. No, wait. This sentence is grammatically correct.
Yeah. Also,
But it's
Grammarly,
wordy.
please
It's
sponsor
too hard
us.
to
I'm
read.
begging you.
I'm
I used
sponsored by
your service so much in high school and
I'm
college.
sponsored by Grammarly this
I
coming
know,
week.
but they should.
Did I tell you?
Sponsoring? Yes, you did, and they should be sponsoring this podcast because we have amazing grammar.
I'll ask if they want to.
Tell them, I used their service literally so much in college. Like
Okay.
every essay I've ever written is on Grammarly's website under my
Okay.
profile right now.
Okay.
Go check them out. They're pretty bad.
Okay. I'll tell them.
But that's not Grammarly's fault. It's mine.
Well, I don't want to talk about the whole Julian thing yet because it hasn't happened, but I plan on vlogging the whole experience, hopefully, and talking and screaming about it.
Are you gonna kiss him?
I hope.
Yeah, okay.
I hope so. But like,
Bring
Adam's gonna be there.
Bring one of those
so he's
wisp
gonna take a
things
photo.
so that you can brush your teeth right before it, so he knows that you have fresh breath.
I don't think he even brushes his teeth. I don't think it's necessary for
Don't
me
you
to
think
brush
he would
mine.
like the taste of fresh breath?
I will have to taste the breath of cigarettes and nasty, and like I have. To
And you know what, Nicole, you're gonna love it. Okay, you're gonna love it.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of other, well, anyway, just go to my Instagram. Maybe I'll post it. Like maybe you guys will know about it.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about it too much because nothing has happened yet. But just know that I met him. Hopefully. Anyway,
Break a leg, Nicole. I can't wait.
do you know who's coming out with new music though?
Billie Eilish.
No. Well, oh yeah, her too. But Doja.
Really?
You didn't know about that?
No.
Planet Her.
Really? Doja Cat?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I like Doja Cat. I'm excited to hear. Hot Pink was... The whole album was on my top songs of 2020. I think.
I'm really excited because Doja Cat reminds me of you.
Thank you. Because of Say
Because
So and when we danced in your living room.
Yeah, and because we just had I don't know, that whole, you really liked the whole album, and I was like, well, I just really like this song. And then I got into, like, Doja Cat a lot.
Here's a song by Doja Cat that did not get enough appreciation. Cybersex. And the song Tia Tamara, which was not on the album.
I love Tia Tamara.
You like Tia Tamara?
I love it.
Yo, when Rigo Nasty comes,
Mount
she goes,
Twins big like Tia Tamara.
Yes!
Oh, we have to go to a concert together.
we should go to John Mayer's concert together.
Do you not have any other John Mayer fans? I'll go.
Yay.
I meant, like, no John Mayer friends that are fans. I'll go with you.
No, I don't have any John Mayer friend fans. Oh, wait, that's not true. I have a few. Oh, no. Oh, I hope they don't watch this and hear me say that.
You can
I would rather go with
uninvite
you.
me. You can, okay. I was going to say, you can uninvite me and I won't be offended.
But you have to listen to the music and know all the words to his entire discography.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to see the
have
Struts. I don't know if anybody here knows who the Struts are. I don't. But my friend
Not
was
to be
like, do you want to
confused
come?
with
The
the
Strokes.
Strokes. Who
my
I'm
friend asked me
seeing
to
tomorrow.
Go. Yeah. My friend asked me to go to this concert in September. First of all, I don't even know if I'm going to be here for it. Second of all, I said, sure. And then we were in the car together going to the beach the other day. And she goes like, oh my gosh, I love this song. I was like, who's it by? She's like, the Struts. And I went, oh, cool. And she's like, do you not listen to the Struts? And I said, no. And she goes, why did you say you'd come to the concert? And I said, I just wanted to hang out with you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we should go to a Doja Cat concert. However, Adam wants to come with too because he really likes Doja Cat.
Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Can we talk about how he replied to my tweet about having a fat ass?
Okay, so Jake made this whole tweet about how straight men shouldn't have fat asses, and I saw it and I was like, I want to respond and say something about my boyfriend having a fat ass, but then I was like, nah, I won't. And then Adam, without me even knowing,
himself, Nicole.
Oh yeah, Adam responds without me even knowing about it, and he's just like,
"Back off."
Yeah,
back off.
Because he knows it's big.
He has like a.
It's and I know. I look at it and I'm like, that's really not nice of you.
That's a big one. You're like, I keep it juicy. He eat that lunch.
I keep it plump. Oh
yeah, that is. Keep that booty. Anyway. Anything else on your little list, Nick?
Have you watched Inside by Bo Burnham?
I did not. I hear that it sent people into like some spiral.
I know someone who got sent into a spiral, but they also watched it 3 times, and they're also already currently depressed. And like, that's not me like shitting on them. That's just
the fact of life.
It's my friend, and
that's just you exposing them on the internet.
No, it's my friend who was openly depressed and was just like, I should not have watched this. But for me, the way that I kind of described it is like, yes, it did impact me. I watched the first half by myself, and then I watched the whole thing with Adam that night. And it didn't make me sad. And like, if anything, I'm not like the happiest person ever. But for me, it didn't send me down a spiral because the whole time I was just really impressed with like how he was able to like produce the whole thing himself. Like the whole time I was just like I was admiring the work.
You're like,
more.
my media studies and production degree.
No, literally, no, seriously, and like
is crazy impressed right now.
Since he's like a previous YouTuber, like just because I was so interested the whole time, like how did he do the lights like this? How was he able to do this himself? Like how did he, like when did he record this? When did he film this? Like how was this all done? And like, I don't know. I just wish that you would have watched it because I kind of wanted to talk about.
Well, maybe we can talk about it next week. I'll watch it later.
Okay. It'll be like phased out and
in 2 weeks.
No one will care about it by then, Jacob.
I know. I'm really
People
hoping there's
care.
not like a huge development in the Trisha Paytas frenemies thing this weekend while I edit this, because otherwise no one's gonna care about what we have to say for the first half hour of
I know.
this.
I don't think anything that we
whatever.
said. I don't think anything that we said about it was like profound or anything.
I
But
think you're
anyway,
right.
Inside was very good. If you're like worried about it making you sad, watch it during the day and then go follow it up with something happy. But I think like
That's what I want a
make
comedy
you-
special to do. I want a disclaimer on my comedy special that this might make you sad.
I mean, it just like I think you're the type of person who might get sad from it because you get sad whenever like a dog like trips over its own foot
Yeah,
and like
that's
you get
really
sad about that
sad.
kind of stuff. But
It really sad me.
I think you'll also just like appreciate it a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really enjoyed it. And some of the songs are so catchy. I still think about them. So
Hmm.
I say if you want to watch it,
say
but you're
give it
like
a little
worried about
listen.
getting. Yeah, if you want to watch it, but you're worried about it making you sad, then just watch the first like half.
Okay.
That's all.
Maybe I will.
Yeah. Because
I
it's
probably
really,
will
funny.
watch the whole thing so that we can talk about it. I didn't realize that
Okay.
you were gonna bring it to the pod.
Oh yeah. The last thing I was gonna say is that I'm just a granola girl now. That's all I really had to say.
It's true, you are. And watch her new video. Just came out last
Did you watch
Thursday. I've I had
expect you
work
to-
today, Nicole, and then I came home and I took an hour and a half long nap, and then I woke up for this, and I moved my entire room
I don't
around.
expect any of my friends to watch my videos anymore. It's really okay.
Also, I
No, was
basically,
just-
I basically lived through it. I like tried to call you, and you were like, "I'm on top of a mountain and I'm dying." And I was like, "Okay."
That did happen. I
Yeah.
literally was on top of a mountain. I thought I was only 400 feet in the air, but I was 1,400 feet in the air.
How were you
And-
breathing?
It's crazy. No, I just like it was insane because we almost got stuck in the Appalachian Trail and like the entire
Appalachian?
mountain. It's called Appalachian. Did you know that?
No.
I thought it was Appalachian, but it's actually Appalachian because it's named after a Native American tribe, I think.
Oh wow.
So it's pronounced Appalachian. But yes, and so we almost got stuck on that Appalachian Trail, which would literally have us stuck there for
Days.
yeah,
weeks. With your
long
survival
time.
skills, probably only a few hours.
probably.
But your
and-
body would be stuck there for a while.
Yeah. And it was such a great hike. I miss hiking. It's really, really rainy this week and I haven't gone because I've just been crazy busy. But yeah, I've become one of those people who's like, I need to go on a hike or else I'm gonna get sad again. And
I love hiking. Hiking's amazing. Me and my parents, we went
wanna
to
go?
Yeah, of course. You've actually invited me onto a hike before.
Oh.
You went on this one. You were like, "Where, Jake? Next time you come, we can go on hike." And I said, "Okay, I like to hike." But me and my parents and my literally entire family, we climbed this mountain called the Precipice. I forget what state it's in. I think it might have been Maine. But like we were so stupid because they were like, literally there's like a guard, not a guard, but like a park ranger like standing at the base of the like the entrance to the trail, and he's like, "Be careful, 2 professional hikers died on this trail yesterday. Like they slipped and fell and fell to their demise."
No.
And we were like, "We'll be fine." And so we climbed up anyway, and we survived.
What, did you feel like it was dangerous while you were going up?
Yeah,
it?
there were like parts where it was just like a like really thin like steel bar like around the side of the mountain, but like one on top and then one on the bottom, and you like were like
What, to climb?
not
Oh
to like
my
climb, not
God.
no like
Like to
basically,
hold on to?
hold on to while you like went around the side of the mountain, and then it
See,
was just like
I
a
don't
vertical
like
drop.
that. I don't like that.
Yeah, we were like really far into it
I
already.
like intense hikes, but I don't like dangerous hikes, if that makes sense. Like
Yes, you would not
I've
have
been
done
on
well.
plenty. because my friend took us to a hike where we had to like climb up boulders and we didn't know it was going to be that bad, and they genuinely should have had like a warning that it was going to be like pretty dangerous, because like it's like there's only one path, like you had to step on every single rock was so important that you stepped on. And in the moment I wasn't scared because my brain was so empty, like I didn't have a single thought in it, so I couldn't even process that I was scared until afterwards, when I like looked at the photos and I was like, if I was in my right state of mind, or if I had a bigger breakfast, then I probably wouldn't have done that. So I enjoy nice hikes and intense hikes and ones that make me really tired, but I don't like hikes that make me think I'm...
You should come to the hike by my house where my dog got lost for 2 days.
Yay! I want to experience what Tucker experienced.
Yes, and you know what? I'm willing to let you do that. I'll just start running really, really fast away from you. No, but I mean, I like to hike because it's a good thing that, like, my dog likes to hike, so
yeah,
I would bring Tucker for sure.
Yay! Let's go. Okay,
sure,
I'm down.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, we have to go because now I'm gonna drive to Jake and go hike. Just letting you guys know, you can follow us on our social media. It's going to be linked in the description of the YouTube video as well as in the podcast description. Also, leave us a rating and review because it helps out so much. You can go onto Apple Podcasts app and you can leave us 5 stars and a little review, and then maybe we will read it on the next time that we do the podcast. Peace and love.
Yes.
Because another podcast won't say peace and love anymore.
Here is a quick review from Sassy Bougie Nasty. I like that.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
I
like
love
that a
that.
lot. Good job,
Sassy?
whoever you are.
Oh wait, I said sassy.
Sassy.
Sassy. Bougie.
Nasty. It's called I Miss the Pod. I love waking up to new episodes of Talk Nasty to Me, and I saw your tweet, are you okay? Nicole never runs out of things to talk about, and I will listen to her talk about everything and anything from her stomach problems to pap smears. Jake has such a good energy, and I love the way that they tease each other on the podcast. I've been missing the podcast so much, and I'm hoping Nicole and Jake are doing okay. Heart, sending much love, your nastiest fan.
Oh,
so
that's so nice.
This is from when we were taking like our few week-long break.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a cute. That's so thank kind. You. We're really happy to be back.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Aw, my little cheeks hurt. That's so kind.
Yeah, I know, that was really sweet. I feel like we should go through and read some of these on our like little alone time someday. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching and listening.
See you Monday.
See you Monday, and then see you next Tuesday.
Yes.
Wink.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.